All right. It says I'm live. I'm using I've been trying since just before 3 on my new laptop, but it kept telling me, well, first of all, it said I need to put in a password. I was like, I don't remember putting in a password here. So anyway, I had to go through all this hoops and stuff to um, get my password, which I ended up having to reset it. I don't know. I don't know what it was, but fortunately, thank goodness, why I have all the uh, what do you call it? Apple stuff is because then I was just able to use my phone and my Face ID on my phone. So, yeah. So, anyway, I've never done a pop up live. I actually wonder if anybody will show up. I thought, well, I'm just kind of sitting here waiting. I'll start working on this little dude. Sparkly Scenes. This is the mate or friend, I should say, of the other one that I did. And I did a whip and chat on that. So if you want to check that out. And y'all, this hair is about to go bye-bye as I'm getting a haircut tomorrow. Hey, Dawn. Hey, welcome to the first person on my first live. I mean, pop-up live, I should say, not first live. How are you doing today? Are you doing good? I hope so. I hope you're doing well. Are you ready for Easter? Today's Good Friday, which I know is a somber day, but we know the not the plot, but the ending, right? So today's Friday, but Sunday is just around the corner. You're well, good. I am doing better. I can't really describe it, y'all. Every once in a while, I get a case of. And I should tell you up front. I do take medication for um, depression, and anxiety. But even taking it every once in a while, I'll just get this breakthrough, and there's no rhyme nor reason to it. It has nothing to do with what's going on in my life. It has nothing to do with anything. It just comes out of nowhere. I just feel like, I just, yeah, I just feel like I want to be a bump on a pickle and go crawl in a hole and hide. Hey, Lee and Lenore, thank you for coming. I've never done a pop up before. I've never done a pop up before. So I hope I'm not infringing on anybody. I hope not. I was like, I don't think anybody goes live this early, but hopefully not. So let's see. Dawn's going to her mother-in-law's for Easter. Lee, what are y'all doing? Is Lenore cooking? Are you cooking? Who's cooking? All I have to do, I'm going to my daughter's, and all I have to do is make deviled eggs. And fortunately, I just remembered the deviled eggs yesterday, and I see I left my closet door open, so just ignore that. Just black, you don't see that because that's pretty tacky. Pretty tacky. So anyway, I thought while I would diamond paint or going live, I might work on this little lady. I may or may not. I don't know. So Lee and Lenore, it's the same stuff, different day. Well, are you going to have any deviled eggs? Is that just a Southern thing? I don't think so. I don't think that's just a Southern thing. My daughter's cooking, so well, let me rephrase that. That is not my daughter is not cooking. Her husband is cooking, and they're hosting at their house. Do you see this mark on my hand? I did so good yesterday. I didn't get any marks on myself. Came back from seeing my dad, and first thing I did was ram my hand into something as I was coming in, and it's like, well, there you go. So let's see. No, Lee and Lenore are not, and they're just having a small meal. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, nothing wrong with that at all. So, um, yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I did get a recipe today for if you have a Saltgrass Steakhouse near you, then you know I'm talking about with their little beer bread that they bring out that they serve. And I have a recipe somewhere for the butter. Um, so my sister texted me. Um, I got to find it, but I think it's like butter and Can't remember if it's got powdered sugar or honey or maybe even both. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna make some of that. I'm gonna make some this evening, and um, and then if it turns out good, then I may make it for Easter as well. Although I could take this and I could wrap it, at least keep, well, it makes 4 of the little round things. So I don't know. I don't know. I may not make it for Easter at all. I don't know. Because, it's kind of misleading. It says on the recipe it takes total of 50 minutes. No, it doesn't. I mean, you have to let it rise. And, that can take 2 or 3 hours. It's a yeast bread, so it could take 2 to 3 hours. And so, yeah, it's, you got to let it rise twice. So, yeah. So Dawn's going to her mother-in-law's. Do you have to fix anything, Dawn, or is it already taken care of for you? You just have to show up and eat. So that's always good too. But my son-in-law loves my deviled eggs, which they are the most basic. I mean, literally, it's the recipe. When I was 5 years old, my grandmother sent in, I don't know, some labels or something from the sugar company and that we bought. And she sent it in, so many of them. And they sent me, it was called My First Cookbook. And it was just a little thing. And it had deviled eggs in there. I was 5. Okay. I made deviled eggs. That's how basic they are. They are so basic. But I think the only thing that makes them different from other people's is I use Miracle Whip instead of mayo, and it gives it just a little bit of tang, just a little bit of tang. So I don't know. I don't know. So it's already taken care of, Dawn. Well, that's good. That's good to know. Well, I will tell you something good happened. Um, when did it happen? What is today? Friday? I guess Wednesday. Yeah, I think Wednesday. I We went and picked out a golf cart and made my final payment on it yesterday, and they're supposed to deliver it on Tuesday, but I haven't heard what time yet. I haven't heard what time yet. I will say I do like using my laptop so much better, although I feel like I'm completely washed. Well, I know I'm washed out, but because I can see the chat and I really like that. So yeah. Um, what else? Oh, went and saw my dad yesterday, and that is always good. I don't really like talking much about her because it's her story and she's not. I mean, yes, it also becomes my story, but she's not here. And but it's good to hear my father talk about things that him and my mother did, because I think I always just saw my mother as a bad person, just complete negativity. And I'm hearing these stories and I'm like, wow, okay, okay, well, that was not the perception I had. Well, it isn't even the perception I had of me coming into this world. So, I found out they did love each other. They were together for like 3 years. So, you know, that's good. Um, but anyway, it's always good to talk to him about her. And then part of me is like, man, I wish he was still around so that, because he's lonely, they could hang out. I don't know. And I was like, do kids always want their parents to get back together? I mean, isn't that the case? Although I never knew mine to be together. Um, I don't know. It's crazy. Crazy kiddos. There's my 2. So this is going to need static guard as well. Lee, how is Lenore doing and how are you doing? Is Lenore doing okay? I need to get caught up on y'all's videos as well. I am so far behind. Yeah, I know. So, but I hope y'all are doing well. I hope your brother's doing well as well. Yeah. I really hope so. Man, I love the smell of Static Guard. Even with Static Guard on this Q-tip, the drills are wanting to stick. Come on. Come on. There we go. So what is everybody working on? Dawn, you're working on that. I don't remember the name of it. I think is it Dreamer Designs? I think it's the floral. I really like your choice of paintings. Oh dear, I can't get this off. Reaction effects. I don't know what that means. It says turn on reactions. Google Chrome has turned off reaction effects. And click on the video recorder thingy. And select reactions to add more impact to your, oh. I think that's, yeah, you could make hand signals and it'll do stuff. Yeah, we're not doing that. Because I would mess that up, like really, really bad. Yes, Dreamer Designs, June Garden. Okay, yeah. I remember seeing it on Instagram for sure. You do pick out some really pretty paintings. How are you liking the Dreamer Designs? Is this one of the newer ones? Is it round or square? I can't remember. Hey, Linda, how are you doing? How are you doing this fine Good Friday? I hope you're doing well. What are your plans for Easter? Anything fun and exciting? And do you eat deviled eggs? I want to know if you eat deviled eggs. Let's see. It's supposed to, oh, well, I should tell you. Okay, so I'm getting my golf cart supposedly on Tuesday, right? Well, it hasn't rained here in like, I don't know, 2 weeks at least. And guess what it's going to do? All next week. Starting, I think, Sunday. It's going to rain. It's going to rain. So, Linda does not do deviled eggs either. Okay. Let's see, Dawn, it's newer and it's square and the drills are good. Okay. Hey, it's me, Peepee, from Adam and Angel. Well, hello, Adam. Hello, Angel. How are y'all doing? Thanks for joining me at my pop-up live. I think y'all have done pop-ups before. I've never done a pop-up live before. And I was like, what if nobody shows up? And I was like, well, then it'll just me talking, me just talking. And that's why I got this out to Diamond Paint. I was like, well, in case nobody shows up, I'll at least try to get my last Easter bunny done. What are y'all up to, Adam and Angel? Hope y'all are having a good time. I know you are. So, Adam, are you at Angels? Seems like you were at Angels. I think you were last time I saw you were at Angel's house, I think, or apartment or flat. So, uh-oh. Uh-oh. So what have y'all been up to? What are y'all doing for Easter, Angel? Adam, what is y'all's plans? Any plans? Do y'all do Easter eggs? I mean, we did when I was a kid, and I did when my kids were little. Only dyed Easter eggs when my kids were little a couple of times because they didn't eat them. So it was like, why am I spending this money and this time? So I did start doing the plastic eggs. Hey, Lily, how are you doing? I bet Lily likes deviled eggs. Why do I think that she does? I bet she does. Go egg rolling on Sunday. What does that mean? What's egg rolling? Like you roll it down a hill and you chase it? I mean, or is it like a race to see who gets there first or something? Yes, she does. I knew Lily liked deviled eggs. I knew she did. Let's see. Angel said, just sat down to dinner. I made us gourmet burgers and chips, and I hope that's the real chips, the French fry. We call French fries. That's my favorite. I'm here for the week at Angel's. Okay, so this is Adam talking. We don't do Easter eggs, just buy chocolates. Okay, that's a better idea. That's all anybody wants anyways, right? That's all anybody wants. It's the chocolate. Yeah, I put candy in them, and then, sometimes I put, some nickels, dimes, quarters, and I think one year, someone would get, like, the egg, and there'd be a dollar bill in it. But, I can't tell you how many times after, I'd boil the eggs and dye the eggs and all of that and go hide the eggs, and invariably, one would get forgotten. So, yeah. So, but I almost forgot that I was in charge of deviled eggs and waited till today to go get eggs. So, they had been pretty well picked through, but I was able to get the good ones, the ones that are local. So, I prefer those. Let's see. Linda says, decorate boiled eggs and roll downhill to see who rolls further without cracking. That sounds like a lot of fun, but it was pretty flat over here. We don't have any hills. But that sounds like fun. I like that. Wonder if there would be a way to duplicate something like that. Except I think we would just use some plastic. Well, no, that wouldn't, none of them would crack, probably. But I wonder if we could build like a little ramp and roll them down because this is the Texas Gulf Coast, y'all. Ain't no hills here. Angel and Adam are saying hello to Lee and Lenore. And they're saying hi back. I can't believe anybody showed up, really, y'all. I'm really surprised. Are a lot of you off of work today? Because when we were out and about, there were so many people out. I mean, like way more than usual to go out to eat lunch. And then we were sitting there, we were close to the mall, and we were sitting there, and you could just watch the traffic just start backing up, backing up, backing up, all the way down to the exit on the freeway, over past the overpass. I mean, I was like, okay, people are off work today, and they're going shopping. So that's good, though. Dawn's retired. Yeah, me too. Me too. Every day's a holiday, which is why normally I don't go out to eat when it's going to be busy. You're surprised your friends showed up for your live. Give yourself credit. You've got a great channel. Well, thank you. I don't know if that's Adam or if that's Angel or both, but thank you very, very much. I just think anybody would notice, because most of the time I don't get notifications that anybody's going live. If I find your live, it's because I personally went onto Facebook and there it was. So, but thank you for saying that. I don't really feel that way. There's just so many great channels out there. But y'all are my friends. Y'all are my family, really. I do love all of y'all. And I didn't go live on Wednesday because I just was having one of my melancholies, I guess. But I was like, man, but I really miss going live. And before I started the channel, I would hear people say that. It's like, I really missed y'all. And I was like, no, you didn't. You probably didn't. I don't know if I believe all that. You're just being nice, and I appreciate it. And now here I am, and I'm like, I miss y'all. I miss hearing from y'all. It's Adam. All the great channels started somewhere. That's true. That's true. That's true. This is true. Y'all have amazing channels. We need to get, well, so does Lee and Lenore. I love their channel. I love their channel. The downside is if I watch on my TV, then all I can do is thumbs up. I can't comment. And yes, I know I could get my phone, but it's on the charger and I have to reach around and then, it's a whole thing, right? And I'm sure y'all have already guessed this, but I'm pretty lazy. So what do y'all think tomorrow, y'all? Okay, so I wish I could make this. Let's see if I can come down a little bit. So my hair goes to right here, right? So right to my armpits. And I'm thinking I'm going to cut it to like right here. I mean, honestly, I'd like to just shave my head, to be real honest with you. But I won't. Max doesn't really care for it. I used to wear my hair super, super short. And um, and I haven't in a long time. Angel says, I love Adam's cooking. However, I have to wash up. Well, that's the rules. That's the rules. Whoever cooks, the other person cleans. That's the way it is in my house too. Well, I'm always the one cooking. So then Max cleans. So totally understand. Totally understand. And I bet the meal was totally worth it. But anyway, I think I'm not going to go back, you know, real short. I mean, when I say short, I mean like over the ears short. So I don't think I'm going to do that because since my hair's gone mostly all gray, the texture of it has changed. And for whatever reason, what I could do before with short hair now doesn't work. It just kind of goes, it just doesn't look good. So I think I'm just going to do this, but shorter. So we'll see. And I'm not going to my usual lady. I've been going to Barbara. Let me think. I've been going to Barbara. Holy smokes. Jacob was a little guy, like maybe 5. I've been going to Barbara for about 30 years. That's a long time, and I'm not going to see her, and it's not because I don't like her or anything like that. I consider her an actual friend of mine. I've been on vacation with her, and but it's just so far, and there's just so much traffic, and it's like I just want to be close to home now. I want everything. I want to be as close to home as humanly possible. My daughter told me she just picked up pies. Huh. Um, so I'm paying a lot more, I can tell you that. But, I went online to make the appointment because that's just how much I don't like talking to people. But, so I went online and, depending on which stylist you get, it costs a certain amount because some of them are level 1, 2, things like that. So anyway, and I didn't it was like, just an express cut, and I was like, "I think that's what I want, but I don't know if that's what I want." And that I don't think it was because that was only like 25 bucks. I was like, "Nah, I have a feeling that is not what I'm wanting." So I went with the Posh cut, and it's an hour. So and it was $79. So and you could go with like, they got like level 4 stylists in there and I don't even know how much those were, but I went with this guy, his name is Jacob, and his was 79. The level 1 was 69, but I was like, I'm worth the extra 10 bucks. Sorry if you're hearing my phone. If you ever hear that tone, that's one of my kids texting me. Hey, Eve, how are you doing? I didn't see you sneak in. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. How are you and Kathy doing? What are your plans for Easter if you have any? Um, Dawn says my hair will look great like that. Well, thank you. My hair, I don't know what's going on. I don't, but it is falling out by handfuls, y'all, by handfuls. And I think, well, maybe if I cut my hair, it won't be as noticeable. I don't know. I mean, Barbara has told me before because I've always shed, always. And this is why I could never commit a crime because I'm going to leave my hair behind. Um, And she says, "Well, everybody sheds. So, maybe I'm getting ready for my summer hair. I don't know. But it's so frustrating. And it's everywhere. I mean, everywhere I go, I leave hairs everywhere. And I mean, a lot. So Max is always like, man, when he goes to vacuum his truck, he's like, the vacuum goes and the hair goes, zoop, and then as soon as I run it over, it goes, zoop, goes back in, it won't come out. Eve, you are feeling much better. Praise the Lord and pass the mashed potatoes. My goodness, I'm so glad to hear that. Kathy is doing good too. Oh, that is awesome news. Awesome news. No holiday plans. Okay. Well, when's your next drop? Did I miss it? I mean, I didn't see a notification um, on Facebook. So when is your next drop? I want to see some pretties. I mean, I am holding up on buying stuff, but um, you got to have something sometime. This is my daughter texting, and she's telling me all the things that they're fixing, and I love her and I appreciate it. Of course, she doesn't know that I'm doing a live, right? But boys and girls are so different, or at least mine are. Girls, every detail, even the ones that you didn't want to know, you're going to get. And boys, no detail, no detail, nothing at all. It's like, oh gosh. You could ask the boys, so what did you do today? Nothing. Oh, okay. You can ask your daughter, what'd you do today? Well, first of all, I woke up and it wasn't when I wanted to wake up, mind you, and it's on from there. And by the time they get to their evening, you're like, uh-huh, uh-huh. Eve, no drops planned. Kathy reevaluating whether she'll go back to pouring. She is confirmed. Oh no, she has an epoxy resin allergy. Oh no. Well, that sucks. I know that absolutely sucks for her, but you know what? It also sucks for us too. Well, of course she's not going to go back. She's allergic. My gosh, what the heck is up with that? Well, that just sucks because she was really good at it. Well, then I'm thankful for the pieces that I have, then. Very thankful. So I wonder what else she'd like to do. Do you think she'd get into the 3D printing? Is all epoxy, like epoxy resin, is that what that all is? So man, that sucks. I hate to hear that, Eve. I know she really enjoyed doing it too, but did she get like itchy bumps or were they painful? Poor thing. Yeah. And it's funny because allergies can just come out of nowhere. You can do stuff for years and then all of a sudden, bam, you're allergic to it. That's why I don't get, I can't do acrylic nails or anything anymore because it wasn't the acrylic that I was allergic to. It was the prime or whatever, the sealer or whatever that they put on your nail to prep it. And I've tried a couple of different ones and eventually within I don't know, a month of using them, they will absolutely my cuticles get inflamed and they itch so bad and they get all scaly. It's just gross. So I had to just quit. She is looking into other kinds of resin. Okay, she had severe rash and itching. Oh gosh. I didn't know there was different kinds of resin, but I'm glad to hear that. Okay. So it's mostly the epoxy. I mean, I don't know about all that, what all that stuff is. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, of course, we will all be waiting. Okay, there's my youngest loving her message. She may try putty. Oh, yeah. You know what? I had bought, and I don't even remember why, but I'm sure I was being influenced by somebody. But I bought some polymer clay, and I even bought a roller from Amazon right before, right when right before I started getting my house ready to be sold. So it got packed away immediately. And I unpacked it when I moved over here, and I'm like, "What am I doing with this? What am I supposed to be doing with this?" I don't even remember why I bought it. And so now, I mean, I've gotten some recommendations on channels that do it, and maybe she could do something like that, and then show me how to do it. So I don't like why did I do this? I don't know. I mean, I feel like it. Had to be something to do with diamond painting. Eve, we used to make polymer clay jewelry in the 90s. Okay. Well, as you can see, I don't wear jewelry, so but I want to make something. What else could I make? I guess I'll watch some YouTube videos. Man, I'm just afraid to, like, oh dear, I'm going to open up a whole new can of worms. And I do not need another obsession, to tell you the truth. But yeah, I wonder what else I could make. Do you have to cook it? I mean, like put it in the oven or something, or does it harden on its own? Oh, for the love of Pete. Leave me alone, children. Do any of y'all have a tradition at Easter for the confetti eggs? That you put in the plastic and you'll smack. Well, now but we used whole eggs, and I remember as a kid, sitting there blowing out egg yolks and egg whites to make confetti eggs. And then we had a hole puncher. That was what we made confetti with. My gosh. Back then you couldn't buy them at the store. If you wanted them, you had to make them. Even when my kids were little, you had to make them. And you can go through several dozen eggs. And then one year, the school, they made them for a fundraiser. And so the parents chipped in. And well, they asked everybody to save their eggshells and how to get the eggs out without cracking the shell. But now you can buy them at the store. Do any of y'all do that? We haven't done that in a long time. We've done it before, even with my grandsons, we've done it. And I just think it's a blast. I mean, how often can you go hit an egg on someone's head? It's kind of fun. It's kind of a stress reliever. Kind of a stress reliever. I don't think we'll have any this year. Because there won't be any. I mean, the youngest child will be my grandson, and he's 13. So even my eldest grandson, he has to work. So welcome to adulthood, right? He is not off on Easter. So that's what happens. Oh, gosh. This is where I am so far. Can you see where? So I'm getting there. It's so funny because, well, like I guess the head looks, well, no, I'm just not where I'm doing. The pink looks white and it's not as pink. He says she thinks they used to bake it in the oven. Okay, well, obviously I'm gonna have to come up with some YouTube tutorials or something. I want to make something. Be like when my kids were in school and it was like they took a thing of clay and just hollowed it out and rounded it around and put their initials on the bottom and the teacher fired it and everything. It was a bowl, a bowl. That's what I'll be doing. And I'll just gift them to my kids, right? Here you go. Remember all those neat things you made at school and gifted to me? Well, here you go. I still have them too. Oh, I know. My son one time made me, he found they took sticks and some string and made like a little wind chime, except they all hung like this. And it was all things that related to Texas. So you had the state of Texas flag, you had a chili pepper, had a cactus. What else did it? It had some other things on there like a blue bonnet. Now, none of it was painted or anything. It was just clay. And maybe I could do that and make myself my own little wind chime because his did. I mean, I still have the pieces, but it broke into a lot of pieces over the years. So, yeah. And it's funny because I'll ask them, would you like this back? Maybe you'd like to Reminisce. No, Mom. I'm good. Okay. All right then. So maybe I'll try to do something like that. I don't know. I know one thing. I am not artsy at all. And I'm really not crafty. So I promise you, if I end up making anything, it'll be very juvenile. But that's okay. I'll be proud of it. I shall be proud of it. I got an itch. Oh, I gotta have me a drink. Uh, so, does anybody have any plans this weekend? I know it's Easter, but not everybody celebrates Easter. So, do you have any fun plans? Or even if you celebrate Easter and it's a fun, you're going to the beach or something, do you have anything fun to do? I'm hoping that we'll eat at my daughter's house and um, then come home and I'll hopefully. I don't know if Mia's going live on Sunday. Does anybody here know if Mia's going live on Sunday? Hey, Jackie JB, how are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. I've been asking everyone, so I'm going to ask you, do you have any plans for Easter? And I hope you're doing good. I've also been asking everybody if they like deviled eggs. I don't think I asked Eve. Did I ask Eve if she liked deviled eggs? I don't know. You're doing awesome. The sun is shining. Yes, it is. It's partly cloudy here, but the sun is out. Um, we do have rain coming, but that's okay. I mean, Dawn. Okay, no, she's not going live. Okay, okay. I figured. I thought she had said that. She was getting together with either David's house or their house or somebody's house for Easter. So okay. We are smoking a brisket, and yes, I love deviled eggs. Yay, another one for Team Deviled Eggs. I think so far the only one that likes deviled eggs besides myself is Lily. I think she might be the only other one. So, although I don't think I asked Eve. So, Eve, sound off, woman. Let me know. So, I don't know that there'll be anybody to watch, but you know what? Maybe I'll use that day to get caught up on a lot of my creators that I follow for whipping chats and past lives and stuff. Oh, Don, you like deviled eggs too? I thought you said no. Well, all right then. That's good. I don't know why I thought you said no, you did not. Well, good. Kathy loves deviled eggs. I only like them if there's no mustard. I do put mustard. Just a smidgen, but I do. And I use Miracle Whip, not mayo. But other than that, that's it. There's my recipe. Of course, some salt and pepper and a little bit of paprika. But yeah, there you go. If it was just me, I would take some, I'd fry up some bacon, chop it up, and sprinkle some bacon on top. But you know how the family is, the kids and everything. If I veer, like one year I made crab deviled eggs, and I mean, my kids probably ended up going to get therapy later in life because of it. I mean, it's like, what have you done? What have you done? You've taken a perfectly good thing and you've ruined it. I was like, well, I think it's pretty good. Not to mention, I paid a lot of money. And it was an Emerald Lagasse recipe. So, like, well, okay, don't do that again. So, although I think they might like bacon, but the thing is my daughter-in-law, my sons, they're common law, but at this point, she's a vegetarian, so I have to, she would not appreciate it because she's already limited. Although I don't think she's coming. I think Max said no. She may, because her parents live just around the corner from them, and she may be going over to their house. And the reason why is that's been happening recently because they they foster dogs from the Dachshund Rescue. Glitter Angel, hang on, Michelle. Hi, Michelle. How are you? Hey, Karen. How are you doing? How's everyone doing today? Any plans for Easter? Um, anyway, they rescue dachshunds, and they have one, Teddy, who will, they've already accepted the fact that, he's going to be theirs. And because he's very high needs, his esophagus is too long. So he has to eat like sitting straight up. And even then he'll regurgitate sometimes. Um, but they have a special chair for him to sit in that they feed him in. But somebody obviously has to hand feed him. So someone has to be there at lunchtime, and usually it's my son. But so I think before when they've come over, they're like, okay, well we can come eat, say hi, but then we got to leave because we got to go feed Teddy. So this way she'll be close to home and she can run home and feed him, and she can always go right back. So I think that's why. In fact, I know that's why. So, but he is such a sweet, sweet boy. Such a sweet boy. It's so sad. He's a beautiful boy too. But unfortunately, that's what a lot of the rescues get, are, a lot of times it's just overbreeding. And I mean, they've got one that is Carter, who I would have gotten. I saw him first and I sent, I was like, hey, check this little dude out. But he's blind. He was born blind. And I was like, at the time, I was like, I don't know that I have that in me, So I didn't. And Lily was sick, so that would have given me two special needs dogs. And I just didn't, I was like, nah. Anyway, they ended up getting him. And he came from a hoarding situation. And so there was a lot of, dogs that weren't supposed to be bred. None of them were fixed. So he's a product of that. But oh my God, such a sweet little boy. And then they've got Sophie, who is actually, she kind of has a look like maybe she has dachshund in her, but they did her DNA and she has a zero dachshund. And it's like, she kind of looks like a cross between a corgi and a golden, but I forget what she came back as. It was like, wow, okay. Super sweet pup. Super sweet pup. And just, I mean, I swear she's smiling all the time. So they've got 3. And they do help out when, other fosters need to go on vacation. And same with them, because, somebody from the rescue will help. But, I see the rescue on Facebook still posts his picture. But I gotta tell you something. They probably had to take that dog out of my son's hands. I don't think he would just go here. So, I mean, he's already said if somebody decides they want this dog, I'm gonna need to see their house. I'm gonna need to see, because he's like, no, that's his boy. Let's see. Jackie says, I feel like our recipe, okay, we're talking about deviled eggs, changes once in a while. Lately, we've been putting some bang bang seasoning in them. Ooh, that sounds good. A little heat and a little sweet. Yeah, that sounds good. I know I love me some bang bang shrimp. That sounds good. People are saying hi to Michelle. Michelle saying hi. And let's see. Jackie B says, poor fella. Yeah, he is. But, many times he would have been just put down. And he's very friendly, very sweet. He is kind of scary at first. We already knew about it because, our son told us. Like when he, like a lot of dogs want to lick your face. Well, he'll do that, but he'll do this with his teeth. He'll go like this with his teeth, and put his teeth right up on you. the weirdest thing. But yeah, Hen's a sweeter boy. So that's the only grandkids I'll get from them. And that's fine. Dawn loves Bang Bang shrimp too. I know. What's there not to like? Oh my gosh. It's delicious. Delicious, I tell you. So I got this new, I thought I was getting one just like my old one, but I don't think so. I don't think so. First of all, my other one said MacBook Air, and I don't think I did. I think I got a MacBook because it's heavy and it's considerably bigger. It's considerably bigger. I'm like, don't mind the bigger part. Don't mind the bigger part, but it's a lot heavier. A lot. So, but you know what? This may be the last one I ever buy. So that's just the way that cookie crumbles. Speaking of cookies, I was wanting to make some chocolate chip cookies today. What time is it? 4:05. May not be today. Maybe tomorrow. I mean, yes, I still have time, but I'm here doing a live right now, and after 5, I don't want to do anything. Although I may start that bread. Don't know yet. I gotta have to really look and figure out how long I need. All right, so I got all of the pinky pink. Oops. I don't know if you can tell, but it is pink. It's a pale pink. I don't know what the DMC is because it doesn't have it on there, but yeah. So I'll do these next. I don't have any of these to do. Oh, dear. Oh dear. Where did I put? It's right here. Right in front of my face. So what are some other recipes that you do? Jackie, what are some other things that you do? Thank you, Dawn. I think she's cute too. I think she's cute too. And I know, it's almost Easter and what have you, but I'm just gonna, to me, it's also spring, so I'll display her for spring as well. So yeah, I've got a couple of things that I've diamond painted for spring. All right, y'all, today's Friday. Tomorrow's new release from Diamond Art Club. Anybody have anything in mind that they're getting? I do like some of them. Oh, I like a lot of them, but no, I have no plans to get anything. Has anybody bought any restocks recently? From anywhere. It doesn't have to be Diamond Art Club, from anywhere. I've just not been buying. And trust me, I'm fine with that. We got hurricane shutters put on our downstairs windows. I know, you're probably wondering, well, what the heck? Does the wind not blow upstairs? And it does. But we're not getting on a ladder, to do anything. And so, maybe next year. I don't know. But we got them on the downstairs, so we can hunker down downstairs. We have a generator, so we'll be all good. So, are you talking other deviled variations or other recipes in general? No, deviled egg. I like deviled eggs. I might get the Rainbow Bridge one from Dakota. I haven't decided. I remember when she painted that, and I was like, "Oh, that's definitely got to be a diamond painting." And I knew that was going to be a diamond painting, and the hot air balloons. But I'm not getting either one. Eve, nothing for me this week from DAC. I got Nico Mart on D Stash and Golden Lotus on Restock. Okay. Yeah, I haven't gotten Well, I guess these Easter bunnies were the last thing that I bought. And then I just used, my some points to get some free shipping. So I did that. And I do want that cottage. I've really been into these little off the canvas things. I don't know why. I don't know. I really don't know why. I've just been on a kick. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think because they're just quick and for whatever reason, I think it's because I like to sit outside. Um, I just don't want to sit that long to diamond paint anymore. The weather's been absolutely amazing, and I am a nature person. Um, put me in nature all day, every day. And just the sound of the wind going through the trees, the birds, the squirrels, all those things, they make my heart happy. And they really, really help me connect with God because it's really hard sometimes to see God in people. It is sometimes from, especially today. Now, if I got out more and dealt with people one on one, I'm sure I'd see God plenty. But just getting out in nature and getting away from all the noise um, really does help me mentally and physically. It relaxes me. So I don't think I want to sit here as long. I want to go out there. So let's see. Jackie, sometimes we dice up sweet or dill pickles depending on the mood. Same with olives and sun-dried tomatoes. Now I do like them I like them both with sweet and dill relish. I always just throw a scoop of relish in there. I too like that, but no one else does. So, and I haven't tried olives. Well, I know right now that wouldn't work. I could do black olives because I love black olives, but I haven't tried sun-dried. Oh, you use green olives. Okay. I like those too. I like them on pizza. Dawn's a nature girl too. I mean, I don't see how people sit inside all the time. That to me, that would be prison. I don't care how nice of a house I have. I have got to be outside. It just I have to be outside, which is why we always, when we went on vacation, we always went to the mountains, or we might like we went to Key West one time. Uh, I'm more of a hills and mountains and forests and rivers and lakes than I am a beach person. Um, but just anything that is not man-made, it's like yes, I can appreciate when somebody does something fantastic. Like some of these dams and stuff are amazing, and I get why they're there and all of that good stuff. But then I always go, I wonder what this would look like if, there were no dams. But again, I'm not saying I'm against dams. I'm not. I think they're very cool. They're very spectacular to look at. They amaze me. But and then of course there's lots of recreation. But we've always traveled to go to nature. And we've moved here and I'm like, but I'm happy here. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe in the fall. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure at some point, but like I'm tired of looking at these same trees. I don't know. Yeah, Dawn, you live in the Poconos. I've never been there. I've never been there. I've never been that far out. Karen says mountains are my happy place. Mine too. Oh my God, there's just something about sitting there and just looking out at the mountains. I mean, if you start thinking that, everything is so big, all your problems are huge, everything, and then you look at those and it's like, no, that's huge. And it's been there way before me and it'll be way after me. And any troubles is just not even a blip, not even a blip. I absolutely love the mountains. Jackie, same. I'm not a big beach person either. We try to find places without a lot of people. Exactly, exactly, exactly. I know. I guess it's because I was born and raised in Houston, big city, and it just does not appeal to me. I mean, I think it's cool. Like hell, I've been to New York like 4 times, and it is cool. And if I always say, if you've never been, well, you got to go because it is quite the experience. Um, but I wouldn't want to go and spend like 2 weeks. Does that make sense? Now, I would like to go to upstate New York. I would like to go to the Adirondacks. But I don't know if that'll ever happen. Max won't fly, so it's a drive. And I don't know. It's a long, long drive. So I do not know. But yeah. So, and like I said, when we went to the Keys, that was a long drive too, y'all, from Texas, because you got to go. Texas is huge, but you can get when you get into Florida, it's like you go straight, 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 and then I mean, it's like, are we ever going to get there? It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Um, and it was actually cold. We went, I think we went in the winter time. Yeah, I think we did. I think it may have been like January or February. And I was cold. The wind, I mean, it wasn't like walking around and stuff was very, very nice, but like to go out and lay on the beach or something, no, it was too cold. Plus, I'm not really into laying in the sun anymore like I used to. Now I don't like the sand and it's hot. Jackie, we lived on Fort Drum in New York. The Adirondacks were beautiful. Oh, I've seen pictures. It's all I've ever seen are pictures. We have friends in Catskill, says Karen. It's beautiful. We went snowmobiling in the Adirondacks. Is the Catskills, is that where Dirty Dancing was filmed? Because, yeah, I want to go. I really want to go there. But I guess the only way, if I want to see it, is I'm just going to have to hop on an airplane and rent a car and take off. What airport? I mean, I know the ones to get into New York City, but you don't have to fly into New York City to get there, right? I mean, there are other places you can fly into. You don't have to fly into one of the busiest airports. Yeah, I want to go to the Catskills too. Yeah. I kind of feel like it's maybe like the Smokies, which I love. I love all the mountains. I love the Grand Tetons. I love the Rocky Mountains. Heck, I love the hill country here in Texas. You could fly into Newark, New Jersey, or Albany, New York, you've said. I've flown into Newark before. I've actually, we went over to New Jersey to eat some Italian place. I don't remember. Let's see. Jackie says the Thousand Islands are gorgeous too. St. Lawrence Seaway and Lake Ontario between New York and Canada. Well, if I'm going to go that far, I'm going to go to Canada. Part of it was filmed in Lake Lure, North Carolina. Why did I think that was in New York? Why did I think that? Watertown might be the closest to the Adirondacks. It's a small airport. So probably like take a puddle jumper. Well, it's not a puddle, is it? Um, How far of a drive? I need to look into this thing because New York's not a big state. Karen said she thinks some of it was filmed in New York as well. Okay. I don't know why in my mind that's where it was. Of course, just because it was set somewhere doesn't mean it was filmed there. I think now so much stuff is going to be filmed, not even real, to be all AI, which I know there's a whole big thing about the AI thing. I see both sides. I can absolutely see where it's going to be helpful. But then I think about some of the talent, that, is it going to be squished? But I don't know. Nobody asked me. I really don't know the answer anyway. I'm not educated enough. I just have thoughts and opinions just like everybody else. Dawn says she loves the Thousand Islands. I have never heard of them. I've never heard of them, so I'm going to have to Google that. So on YouTube, there's this channel. They do like, I don't remember the names of them, but it's like, hidden places in Montana, hidden places in wherever. And they did a hidden places in Texas. And I was like, well, I'm not going to watch that. And then I was like, yeah, I'll watch it. What the heck, let's see if there's something I didn't know about. First 30 minutes, I was like, I didn't know about that. I look over at Max. Did you ever hear of that? No, I never heard of that. Well, how come we haven't been there? I don't know. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Why have we not been there? And some of it, I'm like, I never even heard of this. So, needless to say, we're going to have to do Texas again. I mean, and here's what's funny is back in 23, we decided to do, a little trip and just focus on Texas and West Texas to be more precise. And we ended up in New Mexico because it was like, we saw Big Bend, we did that, and Fort Davis and all of that. We saw all of that. Saw the observatory, and we're like, okay, nothing else to do here. So we went over to New Mexico. We missed all sorts of stuff. We missed all sorts. I'm like, we were right there. How did we not see that or hear about it? He was like, I don't know. So anyway, I was like, okay, well, I guess we're going to have to do another Texas trip. It is pretty cool because, like I was watching the Utah one and I was like, yep, been there. I came to Texas and I was like, nope, haven't been there. Didn't even know it existed. Jackie says that the Thousand Islands are her happy place. I'm going to have to look that up. I bet you there's, let's let me know the garage door been open and closed. Max is home. I'm going to have to look that up because I've never heard of it before. Is it like that place? It's up there somewhere. That's got all, is that Michigan? I don't know. It's got all those little lakes, or maybe it's one big lake. Oh, I don't know. It's like Finger Lakes or something. Is it like that? Or am I thinking of something? I don't know what I'm thinking of. But I wonder if it is. There you go, Karen. That's the only Thousand Island I know is the salad dressing. That's all I know too. I guess that's where it gets its name from. It must have been invented there. So like the Caesar salad was invented by a guy named Caesar in, I believe it was Tijuana, which I didn't realize that for many, many years because it's always sold at an Italian restaurant, so I figured it was like after Julius Caesar. Jackie said, yes, it was invented there. Well, now I have to go because I love Thousand Island. Castles, spectacular fishing, gorgeous area, small towns. Sold. I'm going to find out where it is and see how long of a drive it is to get there. Is there any particular time of year that's, because it won't be the summer. I know that. So we always try to go anywhere we go. We try to go when it's off season, but not frozen. So, and I'm sure their season is probably fall, isn't it? I bet it is. Of course, we went to the Smokies to see the fall leaves, and this was right around COVID. So we got us an RV and we went out to the Smokies, and it was like hardly anybody there. It was awesome. There wasn't much, let me rephrase that. There was a lot of people there, but nowhere near as many as would have been there. Because like they had you had to have a reservation for the little tram. We didn't want the tram. We didn't need the tram. We rented a car, so we'd have, a car to drive around. So that was perfect for us. And yeah, it was great. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Not winter, says Jackie. No, okay. I'm not going. I'm not. Jackie says, I've worn a jacket up there in July on the water. One of the reasons I like it. Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice. Because especially if you're coming from here, it'd be like, oh my gosh, fall is nice in Thousand. I bet fall is beautiful all up there. I bet it really, really is. We we really don't get fall. Our trees start really turning when it's about December, January. They don't. It's crazy, 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 crazy. Let's see, y'all. I've been on here for over an hour. Okay, that's all of that one. I have been on here for over an hour, and I think I'm getting hungry because it's only 4:30, but. Eve says, Leanne, you might want to check out the Chautauqua Institute in southwestern New York State. I've never heard of that either. What do they do there? What do they do there? I mean, like most people, you say New York, and I think New York City. And then I actually had a neighbor who, she was like that. She would introduce herself. I'm from New York, but I'm from upstate New York. Not from the city. Like, okay. So I don't know. Yeah, there's so much I got to see of this place. There really is a lot to see here. But I like to go everywhere. I'll fly, drive, take a boat. I don't care. As long as I get to see stuff. That's all that matters to me. So I wonder if Adam and almost said Adam and Eve, Adam and Angel. Of course, I think it's bedtime over there. I don't know, but I think so. I think so. I think I'm going to finish off this one here, and I'm hungry. I don't know why, but I am. Finger Lakes. Jackie says Finger Lakes are in New York, and Letchworth State Park is beautiful too. Finger Lakes. Okay. Yeah, I did see one of the RV channels that I followed. They went up to the Finger Lakes, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is incredibly beautiful. So I'm saying, there's just so much to see for me. I don't know. Maybe there's not a lot of. I'm not a night owl. I'm not a check out the bar scene. I do like to find the good food. I am all about the good food. But, and I'm not even really a big shopper. I might want to get a little trinket, a magnet, or Christmas ornament, something like that. But as far as like going shopping, I knew a lady who, her and her friend every year took her and their daughters would go to New York to go school clothes shopping. So, hey, Julianne, how are you doing? This was just a pop-up live, and I've been on here now for a little bit, so I don't know how much longer I can stay. Let's see, but I'm glad you're here. So I'll ask you too. Do you have any plans for Easter? Let's see. Eve says, I know I'm saying it wrong, Eve. Chautauqua Institution is a not-for-profit 750-acre community on Chautauqua Lake in southwestern New York State. Approximately 7,500 people reside there on any day during the 9-week summer season. Wow. Is it just for the summer season? Does people not live there otherwise? That is cool. Dawn saying hi to Julianne. Well, there's Max commenting on the family chat. So I'm working on, and I'll do a video if I don't forget, this evening and post it for the members. And, you know, I need a secretary or I need a keeper or something because I think I forgot to do a video on Tuesday. I think I did. Let's see. Eve says they have tons of very highly intellectual education, music, art, etc. There are many things to do, particularly for faith-based people. Oh, cool. I would definitely like that. You guys, first I was like, you lost me at intellectual because, but faith-based, I'm there. Julianne, I'll definitely go back and watch from the beginning. Thank you, sweetheart. No Easter plans this year. Kids are spread out all over California, but we were all together 2 weeks ago. Well, that's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, mine are all grown, so having it at my daughter's house. No Easter eggs or anything like that. It's just getting together is all it is. Jackie, there was a lot to see and do in New York for sure. I know why I love New York is one of their mottos. Yeah, and I always thought it was like New York City. And so, yeah, I have been, like I said, I've been to New York, but to New York City only, and flew there. And then it was like, okay, spend a couple of days to go out overseas, right? So, um, I haven't actually, I went, sightseeing and did all that stuff, but I want to go see the state. I really enjoy when we take trips and we go to a state and we focus on that state. And we've done that with Arkansas. We've done it with Utah, although we didn't make it all the way to the top of Utah. We ran out of time. But in Arizona, I mean, it's just fun to really explore the state, try to stay in there. We did that with Arkansas, and it was a blast. So let's see. Eve, you can go for various lengths of stay. There is every kind of accommodations from beautiful homes to dorm rooms. Likely you would be making reservations for 2027 now. Okay. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, I would imagine so. Wow. I'm going to look it up though, because I want to check it out. I've never heard of it before. Never heard of it before. What are y'all having for dinner? I know Adam and Eve had hamburgers. Don says, I've been whitewater rafting in Lake George, New York. Wow. The closest I ever came to anything like that was tubing in New Braunfels, Texas. I can't swim, so I'm thinking whitewater rafting isn't for me. Eve, there's Ditsy's West Coast retreat in Oregon in March. I love Oregon. I love the West Coast. It's just so beautiful. So beautiful. All of that. California, Oregon, Washington. Oh, just absolutely stunning. Just absolutely stunning. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I should consider it. I was supposed to go on a retreat. I signed up and paid and everything in West Virginia. But and I have to fly there. I try to get Max to go with me and drive, and then we would go explore around. But he decided he didn't want to. So, and I don't know if that I'm going to be able to, y'all, because my shoulder is it's not getting better. It's actually getting worse. And I can't, I know I can't pull around luggage, to get to the airport and, get off the plane and then get into a rental car. And, it's like, I don't know that I'm going to be able to go. So I need to take care of that. I need to get with Yvonne and find out what the options are for me at this point. And if it turns out that I can't get any money back, then maybe I'll just gift it to somebody, say here, let someone go and I'll consider it my payment for it. It's in Beaverton, Oregon. Are you going, Eve? Are you going to go? That's a long flight for you. You're in New Jersey. I mean, it's a long flight for me. But you're flying from one side of the country to the other. It might be quicker for you to go to the UK than go. I don't know. I don't know how long it takes. I don't know how long it takes. And that's another thing with the flights. To go to West Virginia, I can't find a straight flight. It's all connecting flights. Yeah. So I would have to get there the day before, but I don't know. Let's see. You're on the committee, Eve. Cool. Hey, Doretta, how are you doing there, Chocolate Diamonds? Good to see you. Good to see you. I'll ask you, do you have any plans for Easter? Some of us do, some of us don't. We're just going to my daughter's. We're not doing Easter eggs or any of that stuff. So just a holiday to get together. I wanted to do it here. That was my original goal. That was my original plan, was to have it here at the house. But then when I hurt my shoulder while we were moving, I was like, there's no way. I mean, I can't do all of this. So yeah. So then my daughter was like, fine, I'll do it. But I really wanted to do it. You don't have any plans either? Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people don't. And that's fine too. That's fine too. So, and Doretta, do you like deviled eggs? I don't even know what the count is now on who likes them. I think, no. Eve doesn't necessarily, she likes them okay, but without mustard. But was there somebody who didn't like them? Where did Lily go? She done runt off. Lily done runt off. Well, I've got 3 dogs staring at me because they're hungry. They're all standing there looking at me like I owe them money. It's like, I know what you want, little bad dogs. Little bad dogs. All right, y'all. Well, I've been live for an hour and 17 minutes, so I guess I don't know if you can hear them whining or not, but yeah, I know what you want. I guess I'll go. Julianne says, I'm not Doretta, but deviled eggs are the best. I didn't ask you. Gosh, dang it. I'm falling behind. I'm sorry. I didn't ask you, Julianne. Well, thank you for letting me know. I've been asking everybody, I thought. Apparently not. Apparently not. So that's what I'm making for my Easter contribution is deviled eggs. Jackie, sorry your shoulder isn't better. Girl, it's not better. It's actually worse. So, ugh. Oh, Eve, Kathy's making pulled pork for what we call pig sandwiches, pulled pork with coleslaw and a Kaiser roll. Girlfriend, you are speaking my language. You are speaking my language. That is delicious. Delicious. Yeah, she said, Julianne said, how cute. He whined on cue. Well, there's 3 of them down here. There's 3 of them. I'm telling you, they're all staring at me like I owe them cash. Karen loves deviled eggs too. So, yeah. So, yeah. Well, let me get off here and feed myself. And if I don't see you before Sunday, I hope all of you have a great Sunday, whatever that looks for you. So happy Easter, or yes, happy Passover. I thought did Passover just happen, or was that a different? I don't know. Anyway, so anyway, whatever you celebrate, if you don't, if just celebrate yourselves, I hope you have a great, great weekend, and I'll see you soon. So thanks, everybody. Bye. And remember, I love y'all. Be nice to everybody, okay? Be nice to everybody. All right. Bye.